Yesterday, I had a meeting with Fred, and he had a absolute clown squad with
Bro,
him. Like
you know when I texted
the
Cassidy?
absolute fucking clown squad was rolling around with them. And I was like,
You know when
oh
I
my
texted
god,
Cassidy?
this is a joke, man.
I text,
Bro, how you go from like Jenny Hall, Angel, Matt Rhodes to that?
bro,
Like that's how
Jimbo
the
and I
fuck
were in
does
the
that
fucking
work?
Jimbo and I were in the fucking meeting with him, and I texted him, "This is a suicide squad of rejects that came together. What the fuck is going on here? I
Bill
don't
Mays
understand."
is such a fucking idiot.
All right, Bones. TLDR, I am planning on contesting Pred's removal of
Okay.
Andy's legislation for sheriff. Are you okay with that?
Fuck. Oh fuck.
If this guy's going to go full dictator, I'm going to make it as hard as humanly possible for him to actually get that. Because what's he going to
Oh.
do? What can he do? If I do this, it's going to cause a shitstorm either way. Now, the perspective that I have is we can either do something and have a say potentially going forward in how this department is run, or we cannot do anything and then hope that Pred doesn't just remove the two of you immediately the second he can, which I already believe he will do. Otherwise, why would he take away this legislation as his first act? Not to mention the applications for sheriff.
This is a fuck situation because it's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Well, it's definitely damned if we don't.
And it's definitely damned if you do as well. Because
Yeah, but I think
guess
there's
what?
like a,
What's he gonna do though?
What does this
will he
go?
do?
What does this go? It goes to a court case, right?
Oh, it goes to an open vote, and then we have to garner enough votes to get it passed, so it remains in place. So
So
if
it
you
doesn't
can't,
go to a court case.
no. If
Okay.
you can
appeal it?
campaign as hard as you did when you were running for sheriff to actually keep the department's ability to be able to select who's in leadership, then we will win.
Well, it's not. It's not even like that though, because it's giving 5 names, and then he's gonna take whatever names, you know.
Right?
But,
He has to pick what we give him, though.
yeah, I get that.
He's gonna remove you though if we don't do anything. You know that, right? Unequivocally, he will remove you. There is not a single doubt in my mind that you will be removed.
Do you,
and
do,
then
you- do you think
Cassidy.
that you won't be removed?
Um,
Has he told you he's not gonna remove you?
he doesn't want to. He says he's like I don't want to, and I don't plan to. But
Yeah, he's lying.
this is not good.
Let me ask you a question, Bones. Knowing Pred as long as the two of us have, why would I believe a single fucking word that he says? And do you actually believe him? Because I do not. 0% I believe him. I think at the first opportunity, if we roll over in this situation and do nothing, he will remove you and put a stooge in charge, and we will have the same problems that LSPD has.
He's literally working with Nino. Like they're working
Bro,
together.
I
at least
know.
now.
I just don't know what like. This is such a. It's fucked. It's fucked. It's fucked. It's fucked.
I feel like it's either roll over and die, or like
Try to put up a fight.
yeah.
How much time do we have?
48 hours to give this to Angel. I already have. I'll have.
Do you
the
have
signatures.
exact dates? Exact time? Exact.
Yesterday at
exact dates?
12:20, Angel put it into the contest phase.
Like 23 hours.
So we have
40,
48.
47.
Yeah, 47, 48 hours right now.
Okay. We have to see.
No one
It-
sees
it-
the signatures, by the way.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it comes
But
from you.
I
If
will
it comes
tank
from
the
you,
aggro. I don't give a fuck. I'll say I'm
you're
doing
still
it
in the
as a
department.
citizen.
You're still in my department.
Right.
It won't matter to. It will
But
not.
what? But okay, so say he
Unless
finds
you
out that
give
I'm,
it to another citizen and like ask
I'm not
them
doing
if
that.
they feel
Hell
the same
no.
way.
I will fucking get. I will walk up to Pred and ask him if he wants to sign it to his face. I don't
Okay.
give a fuck.
Okay, but listen, you're trying to like go big dick here. We're trying to be smart about it. Is my thing. If it's another person, not in this department, not affiliated with me at all, it looks 10 times better
Right,
than
but
it coming from you.
I already have multiple Marshall signatures on this, by the way.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Here's the thing, and here's like things that I want to do. I think the department, like I today I want some sort of meeting with the department and him at some point, and I just want people to get the questions to him. I will walk out the room and you guys ask him the fucking hard questions that he's gonna have to answer, and see where his head's at. You have to.
But he's gonna lie, Bones.
If he lies and lies and lies, then at least I don't think Pred will lie. I don't think he's that smart. I genuinely don't. I think he is to the point where he is at the level where he's so pissed with the department, he's just gonna be like, nah, fuck you guys. But I think you get his true feelings. But we have to see, man. We have to.
Can I ask a question? What are you worried about if he finds out that I'm doing it? What do you think he'll do?
I mean, then it's just like if we lose, it's over. It's scorched earth. Like it's already pretty bad now. It's absolutely bad if we lose.
Wait, what do you mean if we lose?
If I mean, I don't even know if it's about the votes either. I don't. Does it not go to the court case?
No, it goes to a vote. I've contested 2 pieces of legislation in the past. It goes to a vote, public vote. But like, here's the thing, Bones, that I can't get past. If we don't do this, he's going to remove you. 100%. So what's the difference if he removes you from
I don't
doing
know if
nothing?
he is though. I
Yep.
genuinely don't.
He is, Bones. Let's be honest.
I don't. I don't know.
They're
Bro,
literally asking for applications on
I
Twitter
played
right now. What do you think?
Survivor.
You think he's doing
Okay.
that to mess
I
with
played
you?
Survivor for 3 seasons. I know when people are out to get me, and I don't think he is.
Bones,
This isn't
Bones,
Survivor,
Bones,
Bones.
This is. It is exactly that. You don't understand.
You want my honest opinion? I think that if we successfully contest this and it remains in place, I think he will go off the deep end and do something that will get him removed from office. That's what I actually think. I think that if he gets actual resistance and we somehow manage to get enough votes to keep this in place, he will explode and he won't be our problem. Like, the only thing I will say about all this is anyone's perspective on this is that Pred is going to be measured, rational, or have an ounce of objectivity throughout this process. He won't. The man believes that he should have control of everything. He has always believed that he should have control of everything. He will work nonstop to make sure that whoever is running this department does exactly what he says when he says it. And if that person doesn't do exactly what he says when he says it, he will remove them. Bones, the guy lasted 7 days as a marshal before Angel had to remove him. You know, he had the whole fucking... There was a gang meeting in your office the other day?
You guys really think Peters would take the spot?
Yeah.
100 million %.
I don't think he would, but I also do think he would. I don't know. It's
Yes,
like
he
it's not
would.
100%, but
Yes,
I
he
think he
would.
would.
He will.
No,
he
no,
will
no.
take
See, here's
joy
the
in
thing.
coming in here and fucking everything up.
Here's the thing: the way when I spoke to him, the way he was saying it was like such a a cocky, but almost like sarcastic.
Nah, he thinks it would
Like-
be funny to fuck with people, and I
Yes.
think that's the only reason I think he would do it, because he knows how mad everybody would be and how like upset everybody would be about it. He would do it.
Thing though, if
Peters, I'm dooming.
Peters becomes
What over the Pred shit?
Do everything he wants to
What?
do, which he's trying to do now.
Is that what
The
you're
only
dooming
brick wall
about?
Peters has
Yeah.
from doing what he wants right now is bone
Why?
capacity. So you're
So I
telling me
think
not
he's gonna
jump in
fucking
opportunity for-
boot me out.
Dude, welcome to what I've had to deal with for the last 3 months in the
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
marshals up my.
I think he's gonna boot me out without a
yeah.
doubt. There's no doubt in my mind that
Yeah,
he's gonna boot me out.
but why? But why?
Because I'm not gonna fire Bruce and I'm not gonna demote Aspen.
Do
That's
they need
exactly
to be
why.
fired and demoted?
Nope.
Yeah, but I mean, from his perspective.
From his perspective, yes, but he hasn't talked to the people and gotten their perspective and like the actual story. And I told him to, but he's like, oh, I'm too busy for. I'm the mayor. I've got way too much stuff on my plate. I'm not gonna do that. So it's like impossible. It's like, okay, you're gonna like say that this needs to happen and this should happen, but you're not going to say like, hey, I'll talk to them and hear their reasoning on why they did this, and like, you listen to them, admit that they fucked up and they were wrong, and like, see their perspective. We don't. You don't take somebody and like fire them because they made a mistake. You don't do that, Peters. I know me and you don't do that. You teach them how you can improve and how this can't happen again.
Yes,
And show them
100%.
why. And that's what I did. That's what I did. I added DAPS for Bruce, and I did that. But I'm not going to fire the guy. I'm not. I don't think he was malicious. I don't think that he coerced that person at all. I know he didn't actually, because I talked to the person. But that's not how I am. I'm not gonna do that. If that's what takes me out of me changing my ways and like firing somebody instead of teaching them and moving on and making sure it doesn't happen again, then I'm gone. And that's just how it is.
Did he say fired, or did he say you wanted?
He wants
did
them
he want to
fired, and he wants
reprimanded or fired?
Fired.
And now he wants Aspen demoted.
and demoted. Fired and demoted. He said that guy should not be a part of the police force. He should have to get fired and then come back whenever the period is, whenever they can reapply. And I listen, at face value, before I talked to them, I said that yesterday. I said he's fired then. And then I talked to everybody involved and got the real story and got everything that happened and realized that I got blown out of proportion and that's not actually what happened. And then I was like, okay, you need to make it clearer next time. That way this doesn't happen again. And I talked with Aspen about the whole PC for the warrant, and she understood. Like, I spoke to everybody involved.
Yeah, I mean it's a double-edged sword, right? So from Fred's perspective, I see why he's doing that.
He thinks
It's
that they're coming
because,
after him.
well,
And
I
they
mean,
did come after him.
100.
And
Yeah, that's the thing.
that's
Is
why
they were trying to get him fired, you know, which now he's fucking answering fire with fire, which I don't think is necessarily the.
we've been doing that for fucking months, man. It's time for a change.
Yeah, I would. You want me to try to sit down and like reason with them?
Please, please.
I
I'm
don't
asking
think
everybody.
I don't think he's around today, but
fuck, and I'm not around tomorrow.
you got to think
until
of
late.
something. Like I could try to talk to him, but were DAPs the only thing that happened to Bruce?
I mean, we talked to him, reamed him out about it, the whole situation.
Yeah, I think
like,
there's got to be some kind of like fucking dumb training thing that we make Bruce do.
okay, done, easy.
I know, but we'll come up with. I'll fucking. Are you gonna be around for a while today? Don't doom. Yeah, dooming doesn't get. Listen, if somebody.
Well, another thing that I'm doing, there's a fucking legislation to get rid of the whole thing where he can like, the BCSO gives 5 names in the entire UPD that are officer plus for him to pick from. He doesn't even want that.
I know he's gonna make people run, and people are gonna fucking.
Yeah, and that's not gonna be good.
That's gonna be great for me.
What do you? How is that great for you?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm a fucking shoo-in.
Shoo-in?
Like I'm pretty sure that I will just get the vote.
Oh, you want to be sheriff?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to do anything to sabotage you. I'm not going to do anything to sabotage you. And if shit doesn't change, I don't really give a fuck. I'm happy where I am, to be 100% honest.
Okay.
If I could get sheriff, or if I have the opportunity to, I will run. But I'm not going to do anything to sabotage you and Cassidy. Like I said, there was enough like between the marshals. I don't think
Peters. What are you trying to enter into?
What do you mean?
You're entering into a department that's already established. Has a culture, has a I guess a reputation with every single person in there.
The culture has been get rid of Moss and Peters.
That's not true. That's not true. This is the most like this department actually reminds me of a family. Everybody, and you're gonna go in there and ruin that, and I don't get that.
Well,
you're not gonna.
Nobody even knows what I'm gonna do.
Well, yeah, but you're not gonna get You're not gonna be welcomed in there. They don't want me gone. I'm telling you that they don't.
I know, but like unfortunately, I mean this like.
But why do you want to enter in that?
So throughout America, the sheriff is an elected position by the people,
right.
And it's not necessarily in our it's like, but I mean, look, I'm not.
This isn't America. We don't have that in the Constitution.
I mean, we don't not have it in the Constitution. I mean, it's set up the way it is, but the legislation can be amended.
Right. Listen, I got into into my position from a public vote. I understand how that works. I understand how it can work, but I don't trust it. I don't. I don't think people have the right.
My counter argument for that would be, it is a family. I understand that, but at the same time, the family is being dysfunctional, and you have seniors and sergeants that don't know the difference between PC and RS.
Yeah, and
which is kind of not
reasonably that could have gone to court, and all he would have to do is put an affirmative defense out, and then it's thrown out, right? But the case could have been seen out in court. Absolutely, it could have been heard. As soon as he throws an affirmative defense, though, he wins the court case. That's just how it is.
I think the fact that it didn't go to court is a lot better for Bruce than that.
100%. But we stepped in and stopped it and said, "Hey, this is a weak case." That's where we stepped in and stopped it.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're just gonna have to fucking. I think you guys had somebody that was somebody that supported you, and you guys did the best you could, and now it's kind of like, I mean, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to have entities working against you, and you're going to have to do the best you can, and that's it. Like, so you're going to have to kiss the ring. There's no other. I mean,
I'm just shocked that you want to enter in this. And that's what you want to do.
What are the options? I mean,
you're the assistant chief, and you built something in the LSPD, and you're just gonna ditch that?
I'm not ditching it. We're
You
United Police
are.
Department.
You are. You absolutely
Well, I
are.
mean, okay, so what are our options? So you and Cassidy run, right?
Right.
Who
And we
else
make
runs?
whatever 5 other names that the fucking BCSO puts
Well, no,
out.
if that gets, I'm saying if that gets thrown out, which it will.
You know,
I don't
That's
know.
right. So
I
you
genuinely
have
don't
to
know.
you have to think about the other thing is you have to think about if Pred opens that up, right? Who are you and Cassidy going to be campaigning against? You could win. You could fucking win. You know what I mean? Even if I don't run, you guys are going to have other competition. Who's to say that Skyfae and Vivian don't want to take over? Which, I mean, if they wanted to run that department, great. What's to stop people from voting for them? What if Ruby York and somebody else want to do it? You know, I mean, you guys
Right,
are going
I'm
to have
just
a
shocked
ton.
it's you. They're not the assistant chief of the LSPD. That's
Right,
built
but
an entire like reversion of a LSPD over the past 3 months, right?
3 months.
And you're just
But,
gonna dip out of that?
well, not necessarily. I'd be working hand in hand with Boss, and then I would also attack the LSPD and fucking go full blown war with the LSPD and beat up Carmine in the back of an alley every day and call them Nino's street team and Ninos Ninos, and you know, I mean, there's a whole other thing. But I mean, you got to think if it's not me, then who else is it going to be? Who's to say that you like? Who's to say that Pred doesn't amend it and say you can only serve 2 terms as sheriff? You know what I mean?
I didn't really necessarily. Do you count my first term as a first term, whatever it wasn't even a full term?
I mean, it could. There's a ton of. I think as far as like,
I didn't even get a full term, and the government got restructured, and I had to fucking fight for my position again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because of a court case that I did.
Well, what if Cornwood comes back and takes over?
Hey, all these you're saying a bunch of what ifs, but I'm talking about you specifically. These are other people. I'm talking about
do you think
you.
all those are, or do you think all those are better if I fucking?
I think there's a lot of better options than you for the BCSO in terms of how this department's going to handle it. I think a lot of people are going to just say no and be like, Peters, no, fuck off.
Okay, I mean that's people's opinion. You know what I mean?
Right. And I'm just saying, like, how the department.
And you know what I would say to them, Bones? I would say
go off duty.
No, I wouldn't. I'd say get on board or get the fuck out. And if
exactly.
you don't, and then you know what else I would say? And if you think I'm bluffing, ask Callista Bell.
Okay, that would work great. I'm sure that would work great for the overall PD.
I think
that's what we need.
What do you mean? I think it is. We don't have people doing police work. The issue is
the PD right now is where it should have been 8 months ago.
Yes, you're 100% right.
And we're finally getting to a spot.
I think it needs to be better, but
it does. But look how behind we were. And then this shakeup, if you think that's going to improve anything, you're crazy. And I know you don't think that.
Is the LSPD in a better spot than it was 4 months ago?
Is the BCSO in a better spot than it was 4 months ago? Because guess what? We went from 12 officers to 75.
Right, I know. I think you should have stayed at 12 officers, if I'm being 100% honest with you.
The amount of good people that we've added, and we wouldn't have had it in this police department that have just showed up every day and put in work. You can't replace that. You can't say that I should have said they shouldn't.
No. I'm not saying they shouldn't be cops, right? I'm not saying they shouldn't have.
Great. A lot of the people in BCSO are great. That's what I don't get.
No, I'm not saying they shouldn't be cops, but I generally think the BCSO was designed to be a small department, and those people should have been LSPD. But I mean, that's just a matter of opinion,
we didn't have numbers, and the thing is, LSPD didn't have trainers. They didn't have people that could even bring in cadets. They didn't have that. So guess what? In terms of wanting numbers for a police department, we recruited. We had to. We had our own PNT. We did our own academy, so we did as much as we could that our department could handle, and our FTOs wouldn't burn out.
Yeah. I mean, look, dude. Like, we could go back and forth on. I guess you're right. Like you brought up, like what ifs and all this other shit. I think staying solution oriented is you're just gonna have to fucking learn to play ball with Pred. That's it. If you don't want to lose your position,
I want to, but I'm not gonna fire these people. I have morals and standards that I will never fold on.
I mean, well, the other thing is it worth you? This is something you're going to have to ask yourself. If you truly believe that you want to save the police department, is it worth sacrificing 2 people to save the greater good of your police department? That's the position you're going to be in. Are you going to fire 2 people and save 70, or are you going to fuck 70 by saving the 2?
Or someone could speak logically into Pred's head and maybe get it to him that it's not
I don't
gonna
think
happen.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think you and I both know that's not gonna happen.
Well,
but I
I
mean,
don't we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Weigh it out. I mean, listen, I'll try to talk to him. Like I said, I don't want to work against you guys. I think that
Bro, he wants to go for sheriff.
I keep saying last season was its own thing. We're moving forward. We're kind of going.
You
we're going forward.
You do though. You want to be a sheriff.
That's if it. No. I'm not working against you. That's if shit changes. I'm gonna run for sheriff. Why wouldn't I run for that opportunity?
Okay. So
but
if just,
like I don't,
if
like
this
genuinely, Bones.
goes through, that's what you're gonna go. You're gonna run for it.
If Pred opens it up to run for sheriff, I'm going to run for sheriff. If it stays, either way, I don't give a fuck. I'm happy where I am. If I can be sheriff, then I would love to be sheriff. If not, like I want you and Cassidy to do well.
Okay.
So that being said, it's like I'm not going to do anything to sabotage you, even with the potential of me becoming sheriff, because I think it's petty and it's fucked up that people were trying to constantly disbar me. You know what I mean?
I mean,
so
and,
it's like,
and that's as much as we could have impeached you, we didn't, because guess what? That would open up a fucking.
I don't think there's anything it could have been impeached for, to be 100% honest.
I do. I mean, either way, past that. Yeah, I just generally want to just not deal with all that. So we'll see. I'm just interested that I'm surprised that you actually want to do that. But I appreciate you telling me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll shoot you straight. I'm not gonna
Season 2,
like,
baby, season 2.
slither behind your back and fucking do all this shit that
You just
again, like I enough of the negatives. Like, look, I'm here. Whatever you guys need, I'll try to help out with. And I think bottom line, that's it.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Later. All right, we gotta contest it.
That phone call changed it for you?
This guy wants to run for sheriff.
Yeah, fuck him. He ran LSP into the ground.
Peters.
Not letting him run
what?
fucking
Peters wants
this
to run for
department in the
sheriff.
ground.
Oh, this is
Oh,
a
I thought
shot
it was a
to some
good
of you
call.
here?